Hey, I'm John Granato. You can hear me mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. That's Josh Jordan. You can hear him on Moneyline on the weekends. He also is our editor at sportsmap.com. Hit the subscribe button so you can get all of our content right here at SportsMap HOU. Bregman is back, and he looked pretty darn good. He batted sixth. He looked like he was on it already, a notoriously slow starter. But I'll tell you this, I really liked what I saw out of Alex Bregman in game one, Josh.
Oh, I did too. I mean, and we knew that last Sugarland Skeeters game, he hit pretty well. And then he comes up to the big leagues, has a good day, 2 for 5, I believe he went. And they just felt the spark was back with the Astros. You know, like even though that, Javier gave up that just gut punch of a home run, I didn't feel like the game was over. And having Bregman back with all those guys, that was a big reason why. And Tucker, too. Tucker flies under the radar. He's a good hitter. But I did find it funny. I don't know if you saw the post game. They interviewed Bregman and asked him about hitting sixth. He didn't seem real happy about that. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, well, they'll probably get him up to third in no time. I have a feeling because, guys like to be in their spot, and that's a status thing in Major League Baseball if you hit third for a lineup. He was a little evasive about his load management. I would load manage him, though, if I was Dusty Baker. I don't want to give him too many days off because I want him to get into a groove, but I definitely don't want dude to have another soft tissue injury.
Oh, God, no. No, you got to be careful here, and luckily they had the off day. So they didn't have to worry about Bregman coming back and him having to play the next day. But as we go forward, I mean, Diaz is killing it. I'm just like, keep running him out there until he's not hot anymore. This is a good chance to get Yuli some rest and Altuve. I would almost kind of sprinkle Diaz in, for Bregman one day, then for Altuve, and, just to get everybody ready for this postseason run. We're going to want these guys fresh.
Well, as versatile as he is, he's not as good as Yuli. He's playing a great first base. He's not as good at second as Altuve. He's not as good at short or third, but he is, he can get the job done and keep that bat in the lineup. He can play left field. He can play right field. There's a spot for Diaz to be out there virtually almost every day if he continues to hit. Myers as well. He comes up with that shot off the pitcher that scores the winning run. I don't know how you get dude out of the lineup right now as well as he's hitting.
No, McCormick, he's got plenty of time to get that hand that's sore rested because Jake Myers has been incredible. And on that play that you were talking about, I really watched Bregman because, he had to get to home to score to win the game, and which means he had to test that leg out a little bit. And he looked okay to me. He looked like a guy that's coming back from injury. He looked okay. I'm trying to decide, is there a little less burst because he's coming back? Or is it maybe just because, he put on a lot of muscle before the season? Maybe he's just a little heavier, so he's not quite as quick. So I think that'll be something to keep an eye on as we go forward with Bregman, just kind of watching how he runs, seeing if some of that explosiveness comes back.
Well, Altuve's older. Yeah. But we've seen that with Altuve. Altuve doesn't steal bases anymore like he used to, obviously, and we've seen him. He doesn't go to first or third or score as well, from second base as well as he used to. And not that Bregman is getting older, but the injuries are starting to add up now. And maybe this is what we're going to see. I'm fine with it as long as he hits and he fields the way Alex Bregman does. If he doesn't run as well, oh well.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. You don't have Bregman on your team to steal bases. I just want to make sure it looks like he's recovering right and that, he looks like his old self. He's as athletic as he ever was. And I think he'll be fine. As far as a first game back, no complaints. They won a big game right there. And against the Royals, too, who they don't like playing the Royals. So they really wanted to get that win.
All right, last question before, with Tucker and with Bregman back in this lineup, how you rank Dodgers lineup, Yankees lineup, Astros lineup?
I got the Astros first. They score the most runs. I'm taking that magnificent 7 of the Astros over anybody. For me, it's always just been about the pitching and the bullpen. I think Houston's got the bats, man. I'll take my Astros.